one day. In retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive, and will come forth later in uglier ways. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. A woman should soften, but not weaken a man. Religious doctrines are all illusions. They do not admit of proof, and no one can be compelled to consider them as true or to believe in them. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. My love is something valuable to me, which I ought not to throw away without reflection. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. Loneliness and darkness have just robbed me of my valuables. Where ideas, there shall ego be. The ego is not master in its own house. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard. Conservatism, however, is too often a welcome excuse for lazy minds, loath to adapt themselves to fast-changing conditions. You wanted to kill your father in order to be your father yourself. Now you are your father, but a dead father. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. Smoking is indispensable if one has nothing to kiss. Time spent with cats is never wasted. Dream is the dreamer's own psychical act. When one does not have what one wants, one must want what one has. In matters of sexuality we are at present, every one of us, ill or well, nothing but hypocrites. Trying to be completely sincere with yourself is a good exercise. How far back into childhood do our memories reach? If one of us should die, then I shall move to Paris. Rather than living our lives, we are lived by unknown and uncontrollable forces. What we know to be useless, but expect civilization to value, is beauty. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? We can never give up. We only exchange one thing for another. No one who shares a delusion ever recognizes it as such. All that is to live in endless song must in a lifetime first be drowned. Dream displacement and dream condensation are the two foremen in charge of the dream work, and we may put the shaping of our dreams down mainly to their activity. This is how men ought to be, in order to be happy and to make others happy. But you have to reckon on their not being like that. We shall not fall out of this world. We are in it once and for all. Experience teaches us that the world is not a nursery. We are never so vulnerable as when we love. Everywhere I go deep, I find a poet there before me. Crystals reveal their hidden structures only when broken. Religion succeeds in saving many people from individual neuroses, but little more. Woe to you, my princess. When I come, you shall see who is the stronger, a gentle girl who doesn't eat enough, or a big wild man who has cocaine in his body.